They are between 13 and 35 years old. Thousands of women, originally from Nigeria, are forced into prostitution every night on the streets of Italy. Their stories usually begin in the same way, in their village back home.
A lady promised that I'll come to Italy for schooling. She promised me scholarship. She did all the necessary documents for me, the admission letter from the school.
But for many of them, this promise rapidly turns into a nightmare. As soon as they arrive in Italy, these young women are forced into the sex trade. Once a week, this group of Catholic volunteers comes to visit them in the suburbs of Pescara, one of the largest seaside towns on the Adriatic coast.
We go into the areas where these girls, victims of sex trafficking, are forced to prostitute themselves. We approach each one of them and we offer them something to drink and some sweet bread. It helps to break the ice.
Sister, ciao, possiamo salutarti? Lo vuoi un po' di tè?
The objective is to create a rapport and instill confidence to then help them escape the sex trade. A long-term undertaking.
Before coming here, these Nigerian girls are subjected to ritual juju ceremonies by a witch doctor. They have to swear to carry out everything they're asked to do in Italy. It's one of the reasons it's so difficult to convince them to leave this life on the streets.
Each one of these girls is under the control of a woman known as the madam or the mama.
The mama controls every moment of each girl's life, and when the girls return, she takes the money they've made during the night.
Mary was 18 when she fell into the hands of a group of sex traffickers. Today, she feels brave enough to tell us of the horrors she has lived through.
I started walking on the streets, started seeing different men, old, young, coming and having sex with me, Sometimes they pay 10 euro, at least 20, or at times they pay nothing. If there's no work, 6 to 7 men in a day. If I don't do it, when I get home the next day, I receive the beating of my life. So I still got some marks on my body from the beating. The traffickers.
Transformed into a sex slave, Mary, like the other young women, was forced to repay a debt. The amount of the debt was set by her madam.
She told me I was going to pay 45,000 euros. She was threatening me that if I don't do the stuff, she's going to beat me till I die.
According to the UN's International Organization for Migration, 80% of Nigerian women who arrive in Italy are forced into the sex trade. Juliette Herson is a midwife with Doctors Without Borders. She is part of a medical team that helps women after their Mediterranean sea crossing.
I meet many Nigerian women. Often they're young or even very young, women who have no idea what awaits them. We try to give them a little heads up, and so we talk to them when they arrive about prostitution, the risks, and how to be careful.
This Catholic nun helps these women to escape from the sex trade and to rebuild a life. In this community centre, a dozen women have swapped the pavement for a sewing machine.
Today, all these women have rediscovered a zest for life. They have a future, they have employment opportunities, and they earn money in an honest way.
Cynthia has been working here for 4 years.
It's a way of reintegrating, of becoming part of society again. But above all, it gives us back our dignity.
During its 20-year existence, this NGO has helped over 400 Nigerian women reintegrate society. Women like Blessing, who has written a book about her experiences working the streets of Italy. Today, she campaigns on both sides of the Mediterranean against sex trafficking.
I was in one village in Nigeria that was last year. After I finished speaking in the church, some women came to meet me, telling me that their daughters were in Italy. Then I left my contact with them. Then when I came back, 5 girls contacted me.
And those 5 girls were relocated by anti-human trafficking.
A victory, but there's still a long way to go, as an estimated 30,000 women are currently subjected to sexual exploitation in Italy.